All right, hi friends. Welcome in to the coverage of boys volleyball here, Hempfield Boys Volleyball on HSD TV 7. The Hempfield Black Knights at 10-1 taking on the JP McCaskey Tornadoes at 4-7. They need a playoff, or they need a miracle at this point to make the playoffs. Meanwhile, Hempfield, they're well destined for the playoffs, trying to improve to 11-1. So Ben Marines, my partner tonight, what do you expect we'll see in this game?
Well, I'm expecting to see a great game from Hempfield. It's senior night tonight. You know they're going to bring it. But I'm also expecting to see a very plucky McCaskey team here. I think they could really put a scare into Hempfield here, take a set or two. They're going to be coming out fired up. Their fate depends on this game tonight.
All right, well, we're about to find out as the ball is in the hands of Elliot De La Torre. And Hempfield looks like they will serve first. First to 25 wins, win by 2. They'll play best of 5. And it will be Alex Trigger, or will it? No, it will be De La Torre. And here we go. Whistle blows, and the overhand serve. A set, over the net, saved by De La Torre. Hunt. And it is number 18, Eldon Lupik, with the finish. And the Knights get off to an early start.
Great play there by Lupik, putting it right over the outstretched hands of the blocker.
Yes. De La Torre hits the net, but it goes over anyway, and that'll be another point for the Hempfield Black Knights.
The Black Knights starting off strong here, taking a 2-0 lead.
De La Torre give it a third shot. Set up. Going for the hit over, and getting it is number 10, Sam Hershey. And JP McCaskey gets on the board for the first time tonight.
Now let's see what McCaskey can do when they get a chance to serve. It'll be number 7, Anthony Hernandez.
Hernandez to Drager. To Hunt. And looks like that is going to go to the Hempfield Black Knights with a great kill there.
Eldon Lupik, great hard hit ball there, very hard to handle. McCaskey with the dig, but it went out of bounds.
Yes. Second of the night. And looks like it'll be a net foul on Colson Hunt, and that'll give the point to JP McCaskey. So it's 3-2 here early on in the first set of this affair. Cham with the serve. And hitting it over again is Eldon Lupik.
A great kill by Lupik. He is really coming out of the gate strong here.
Yes, he has scored 3 of the 4 Hempfield Black Knights points in this game. Brossman will serve now. And it goes into the net, and that point will belong to JP McCaskey. Hershey to serve. Hunt sets up Lupik. And Brossman can't get the dig, and JP McCaskey has tied it up 4-4.
It's a great effort there by Brossman, but an even better kill by Cham.
So 4-4, and early on, JP McCaskey giving them a run for their money. As Hershey to Drager to Hunt. And the attempt at a kill goes off the fingertips, and it will work for Eldon Lupik. Oh, no, that is not Lupik. That is
Ben Crabtree.
Ben Crabtree, yes. Number 16 with that point. And now
Substitutions from Hempfield. In comes Lorelli.
Yes, he does. And that is Drager serving. Set up. Drager saves it. Hunt sets up. Crabtree. And it goes over, and it's Cham who finishes it and reties the game. Tell you what, Cham having a big impact here for JP McCaskey early on, similar to the impact that Lupik has had for Hempfield.
Yes, those two are going kill for kill so far early on in this game.
serve by number 19, Gabriel Gonzalez, goes into the net. So Brossman had one earlier. Now JP McCaskey has one of their own. It's a 6-5 game. Hempfield with the advantage, and now Hunt on the serve. And that one will go out.
Put a little too much on that
just
one there,
a little
Kasey.
bit too much mustard on that one. And it's 6-6. Number 29, Alex Cordero serving. Brossman setting up Hunt. And De La Torre with the spike over the net.
Another very hard
over
hit.
The net. How about that?
Another very hard hit ball from Hempfield. Very difficult to deal with for JP McCaskey.
And De La Torre's got a record of doing that. And that point will go to Hempfield as well. Serve made by Adam Gallagher. And he'll serve it again in this 8-6 game. Gallagher to Gonzalez. And ball goes out of bounds on the hit by JP McCaskey. I believe that was Diego Caceres Cabellos on that hit.
Just couldn't quite get the downspin on that ball to make it stay in bounds.
Brossman with a nice save at the net to kill it down. And now Hempfield's starting to pull away a little bit. It's 10-6. And the opening timeout is called.
So far, this game's been very evenly matched. Hempfield with a slight advantage, but especially De La Torre and Lupic going kill for kill with Chom.
Yes, they have. And, you know, it was interesting because JP McCaskey, they kept up pretty well early, starting to fall behind a little bit. So after this timeout, they'll have to come out firing again, try and keep this first game in the set from getting away from them. The Tornadoes trying to see what they can wind up here.
We're out of timeout. Now it will be Adam Gallagher resuming his serve.
Yes. Gallagher serving. Gonzalez to Hernandez, and the kill over the net is successful by Chom. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for JP McCaskey as they get the ball back. It's 10-7.
JP McCaskey seems to have found what's working for them, and that is OJ Chom.
Yes. Meanwhile, a nice dig attempt by Adam Brossman, but it goes out of bounds. And that will be another point for JP McCaskey as they close the lead down to 2. De La Torre, the save. And off the net and hitting the ground, and that'll be a point for Hempfield.
Seems to be some confusion there for JP McCaskey, and Hempfield benefits.
That was a weird-looking play there, but it looks like they will benefit Hempfield. De La Torre to Hunt, and a kill attempt.
Great dig there by Gonzalez.
Yeah, great dig, Gonzalez, and he saves it again. And now he's going to try and hit it over, as it's Gallagher who saves it that time. Hernandez back to Gallagher to Hunt. And did he dig that again?
Gonzalez is having a great volley here.
It's going to pay off for the point. Oh, my goodness. That ball came to him 3 different times. He had needed 2 digs to pull that one off.
It's a very big momentum booster there for McCaskey.
Yeah, really.
Going toe-to-toe with Hempfield for so long and coming away with the point.
That was impressive. Now, it is Hernandez on the serve, but it goes into the net. Second time that's happened today for JP McCaskey, and it opens up Hempfield's lead to 3, and now they've got Ben Crabtree on the serve. And it goes out of bounds on the hit by number 29, Alex Cordero.
Once again, that hallmark of Hempfield volleyball. Very hard hit balls, very difficult to control on the dig. That one just got away from Cordero.
Yes, it did. Drigger comes over to hit it. And it is number 18, Eldon Lupic, who finishes it off. But it went out of bounds. It was out of bounds there, I believe, on that one. And now they're going to substitute in.
Yes. Jackanor coming in for JP McCaskey.
13-10 game. OJ Chong. Drigger with a nice pass. Drigger setting up Hunt. And eventually Lupic, and the dig attempt by Caceres Cabellos falls empty.
Another great play by Lupic there to score some more points for Hempfield.
It'll be Brossman to serve it this time. And that one goes off the hands. So there was a little confusion there between Caceres Cabellos and Chom as they both went for it.
And bit of a miscommunication there. Too many cooks in the kitchen, and that's another point for the Knights.
That it was. Brossman, this time Chom handles it. And the great dig attempt by Drigger, and Brossman tries to do it as well on the missly hit ball, but it was a great dig by Drigger, and Brossman tried to save it but couldn't quite. And now it's down to a 4-point lead for Hempfield. Hershey to serve it, and Drigger to Hunt to Lupic. Move back over again. And the dig by Chom successful. Somehow, Lupic guns it, but it's saved by Hernandez. How about this rally? And it's a net foul. Hernandez hit the net on the long rally, and it's a 5-point lead now for Hempfield, 16-11.
For Hempfield, they'll be making some substitutions now. In come Lorelli and De La Torre. Here comes Alex Drager on the serve.
A lollipop serve, and that one by number 19, Gabriel Gonzalez, winds up going into the net. And now Hempfield with some breathing room. It's a 6-point lead. 17-11, remember 25 to win, and win by 2. The Dragers went off the top of the net, and like a field goal kick in football, it goes off the upright and in. That one went off the net and over.
Almost a knuckleball there from Drager. That ball had almost no spin on it, but it was effective.
Hey, it worked. And Drager will serve again. Big by number 15, Cabellas. De La Torre. Drager pops it up. Hunt. And the finish attempt by Gallagher. The
great save by McCaskey.
By Hernandez. But then De La Torre finishes it off and ends that hope.
Great move by De La Torre there going to his left hand. The set wasn't exactly where he was expecting it to be, but he adjusted on the fly and got the kill for Hempfield.
Nice work. Hempfield with the breathing room. It's Drager to Chom. And
another miscommunication there.
Yeah, that was a miscommunication. Looked like the serve would have gone out, but Chom fielded it, and everyone else thought it was out. And they realized, wait, he fielded it, or he did field it. And it's a 20-11 game. Drager to Hershey. Brossman. Now Hunt setting up Gallagher as Chom saves it. Got one more hit to get it over. They do. Brossman and Hunt tries to finish. Chom, and it goes off the net. It's still up for grabs. Drager, now Gallagher's going to try and finish. He can't. Brossman digs it. Hunt, Gallagher, Chom, and was there a net foul, I believe, or did it?
Yes, that was a net foul.
Yes. That's what I was thinking.
Once again, Drager keeps his serve going. It's been a great series of serves for Hempfield here.
This looks like it might be the series that wins Hempfield this first set, as it's 21-11. 4 more points. That's all Hempfield needs. And they will have this first set. Kreider to Chom. And Gonzalez hit it over, but he hit it a little too hard. It goes out, and it's 22-11.
Gonzalez couldn't quite get over the top of that ball, get it to drop. Very close, though. 22-11 Hempfield.
Yeah, it was close. Drigger. Back to Chom. Saved by Gonzalez. Drigger to Hunt. And it was Ben Crabtree who hit it over. And that one, look out, goes off the hands of, was it Lorelli? I think it went off the hands of.
Yes, big block there by Lorelli. Just couldn't quite get his hands angled correctly, and it went out of bounds.
Yes, it did.
And finally, Drager's serve is over. The ball is back in McCaskey's court.
But it was an effective one while it lasted. Alrighty. A little bit of maybe confusion down on the court, but looks like they're getting it sorted out. It is J.P. McCaskey's serve, and if they've got any hope, they've got to put together a run here. And it's going to take, well, it's going to take about as much of a miracle to win this set as their playoff chances, but we'll see if they can pull it off. And that's not a good way to start it. That's Gonzalez, once again, I believe that's the second time tonight that he's hit the net on his serve. And it goes back to Hempfield. It's Colson Hunt. Can he try and finish off this opening set for Hempfield?
It's just 2 points here on this serve.
Kreider to Hunt. And hit over, and it was in the face of traffic, Lorelli, who hit it over the net with a great kill there, and now Hempfield is 1 point away from winning this set. And here it is. That one might have gone out of bounds if it wasn't hit, and instead it goes off the hands or the body of number 4, Kenny Jaquinor. Elliot De La Torre is the one who hit it over the net, and Hempfield, in 25-12 fashion, takes this opening set tonight at the Buchanan Gym.
It's another excellent kill by De La Torre right there.
Yeah.
Just so hard, so fast. It's into McCaskey's body before they even know how to react to it.
Yeah, that was pretty much the situation there. It looked like it might have bounced off 2 McCaskey players, but they never even had a chance at it. Now we will go to set number 2 in this best of 5. Hempfield up 1-0.
This is a vital set for McCaskey here. You do not want to go down 2-0 to a team of Hempfield's caliber, especially not on their home court, especially not on senior night.
Yeah, especially all of that. You don't want to go down 1-0 to a team like that, but that's the situation they're faced with. All right, Ben, so we've watched one game here of volleyball, and what have you seen so far that drew your attention?
Well, one of the things I've really noticed is it seems like McCaskey is having a lot of success depending on where Chom is lined up. If he's in the front and he's finishing plays, that's when they were really hanging tough. Coming out of the timeout, Hempfield was able to keep serve for a long time, keep Chom in the back line, and McCaskey just didn't quite have the firepower up front to finish without Chom up there.
That's very true. So we got 1:38 until the second set will begin. Teams will switch courts, and here we will go. So you just kind of mentioned what J.P. McCaskey has to do to kind of get back in this game. What does Hempfield need to do to kind of keep this lead? Just keep things the same as they have been, or anything they need to adjust going forward?
Just really stick to your guns if you're Hempfield. You play good fundamental volleyball here. Just keep getting the ball to Hunt, that excellent setter, and just let your big guns like De La Torre and Lupic just keep racking up kills.
I'll tell you what, De La Torre and Lupic had a big first set there, as they had a lot of kills on J.P. McCaskey. So the clock continues to tick, and we're getting ready to get things back underway. The teams have the flags in order. Should I answer that?
J.P. McCaskey starting off the serve for the second set here. Let's see if they can build some momentum here. See if they can cut into Hempfield's lead here. This is a big set for McCaskey. They need to jump on the Black Knights early.
All right, ready to go. Number 25, John Excidier-Lugo on the serve. Hanselman to Hunt, and the finish by Lupic.
Lupic picks up right where he left off in the first set. Another big kill to start the second.
Served by Crabtree. Saved at the net by Hunt. And
Big
JP,
kill there by Chom.
Chom, I'll tell you what. He was their star player.
Just like that, McCaskey's momentum has been cut off. Yet another serve into the net.
I'll tell you, it's been a common theme for them tonight. Something they got to cut out if they want any shot at going up against the behemoths that are Hempfield. Gallagher to serve. Crabtree. Hunt puts it up, and Crabtree trying to finish. Nice dig by Hernandez. But will it be to an avail? No, the save attempt by Alex Cordero couldn't quite get it over the net, and it's 3-1 Hempfield. Serve back to Gallagher. And that one, Hernandez tried to field out of bounds and wound up going nowhere.
It's a tough ball to play there. Not much you can really do with that one.
He could. Gallagher just gets it over the net, takes a dig to save it. And that one hit out of bounds by Cordero. J.P. McCaskey not starting off with any momentum here.
No, they're coming out very flat, very lifeless here. Hempfield just needs to stay on them here, and this game will be theirs.
Gallagher. And there's Chom to Drager to Hunt. And that one is going... Oh, it stays in. Nice save. That was Gonzalez who saved it, but Hempfield ultimately does... Or no, it went out of bounds. My apologies. McCaskey does get that point, so the great effort by Gabriel Gonzalez to keep the play alive pays off for McCaskey, and they get it back.
Yet another great hit there by Lupic. Hits it straight into the block. But McCaskey can't quite handle it and goes out of bounds.
And straight off of Hershey's arm, he had no shot at that one. And it's 6-2. With the serve by Lupic. Hernandez. And that one goes... Well, didn't get over the net. As Hernandez tried to make a play on it. And it's 7-2. Lupic to Chom. And that one is way out as he heard Owen Hanselman call out as John Excidier-Lugo fielded it, but hit it just a little bit too hard there. Lugo again. Chom. Nice save by Lupic on the dig. De La Torre with the kill, but it goes out of bounds.
Hempfield will be substituting in again. In comes Drager, out goes Lupic.
Tell you what, Lupic's been a star this one so far.
He's been having an excellent game so far.
How about De La Torre getting up and getting over and putting it in a place where J.P. McCaskey just cannot return it.
Great kill there by De La Torre. Also, wouldn't have been possible without a great set from number 5, Colson Hunt.
And Hunt on the serve. And how's that for an ace as Colson Hunt makes a non-returnable serve.
Excellent spin on the ball there. It just dropped, and McCaskey had no idea how to handle it.
Dropping in the bucket, and now Holt's going to try it again. This time, Cham does field it, and Hanselman is the one who gets up at the net and kills it over.
It's another excellent serve by Hunt. Didn't quite drop in front of Cham this time, but he hit it so close into his body. There's nothing Cham can do to control where he hit that ball.
Yep. That was a great job by Hunt. Hanselman finished it off, and Hunt going to try it again. Cham going to try and finish, and he does it into the net. And the Knights are taking an overwhelming lead, 12-3 here in the second set.
The scouting report seems to be clear for Hunt here. Hit it to Cham. Don't let him get to the front for a kill.
And that one, another ace. Or no, that one went out of bounds. My apologies. Spoke a little too soon there on Hunt. He had a great run going, but that one was not able to keep it in. Just put a little bit too much on it. But Hempfield gets it right back with a great kill by Ben Crabtree, number 16. And now it'll be, let's see.
The vocal leader, Owen Hanselman, on the serve.
And you're not wrong about that.
It's a lot of energy from Hanselman.
And Hunt cannot quite save it as it was hit over by, I believe, Cham and Hernandez.
Great attempt there by Hunt. Just inches away from his outstretched arms.
Hanselman to Hunt. Quick, and that one's going out. Or is it? I'll tell you what, that's the second time tonight that Gonzalez has had an incredible save to keep the play alive, and it pays off as Drager can't save it on the dig. And J.P. McCaskey inching a little bit closer. It's 13-6.
Once again, that was Cham there on the kill. When he is in the front, McCaskey will score points. They will hang tough with Hempfield. It's been a theme of this night.
But not that time, as I believe that was De La Torre who killed it over the net. And now De La Torre will serve. Just gets it over. Hernandez, and it's Lorelli who hit it over, and it is, to the dismay of some and the pleasure of others, a point for Hempfield as it was just in. Timeout called by Hempfield.
I believe that was a timeout by McCaskey.
Oh, it was a timeout by McCaskey. My apologies. 15-6 ball game.
See if McCaskey can make any adjustments here. They need to dig themselves out of this hole. Going down 2-0 would just about finish this game for them. Looks like both teams are done making adjustments. Coming out of timeout here, it will once again be Hempfield serve.
And we'll see if they can put another good run together. Got a couple technical issues there, but we've gotten them figured out. De La Torre on the serve. Hanselman to Lorelli, who keeps it alive.
Bit of a miscommunication there between Lorelli and Hunt. See how Hempfield can recover.
So far, they've recovered well, but De La Torre put a lot of mustard on it, but couldn't keep it in bounds.
Very difficult to get that ball to drop from where De La Torre was trying to spike it. So far back from the net, you really need to get a great spin on that ball. Just not quite there that time for De La Torre.
I tell you, we've learned in this game, mustard's only good on hot dogs. Don't want to have too much of it.
More of a catch-up man myself, but that's besides the point.
And another serve into the net by J.P. McCaskey. That one was by Lugo.
Yes, another theme we've seen from McCaskey. They get this momentum, and then they just hit the ball into the net. They just can't keep the ball rolling.
Yeah. Crabtree on the serve. And I believe there was a net foul, if I'm correct.
Yes, that was a net foul on J.P. McCaskey. The point goes to Hempfield.
Tell you what, that's something we've seen a lot of tonight too. A lot of net fouls from J.P. McCaskey. They've just kind of played sloppy tonight overall is kind of the theme we've seen.
Yes, they came out really fired up, really hanging with the Black Knights. But as soon as Hempfield started to build that advantage in the first set, they haven't looked back. It's been all Knights from there.
Colson Hunt killed that one, and it's 18-7. Hits it to Chom. Hanselman passes it off. Hunt sets it over. Chom.
What a hit by Chom, going all the way up to get that
Drager
ball.
had no shot at that one.
Really great show of the long arms of Chom there. Not the prettiest set, but it was within his massive hit range. He was able to get that down.
Hey, whatever works. And it worked that time. And here's Hernandez. Hanselman digs it off the ground. Hits it over now. Let's see. And Hanselman couldn't dig that one. And now J.P. McCaskey with a little bit of momentum.
Yes. Let's see if they can keep building this momentum. McCaskey has a big hole to dig themselves out of. Let's see if they can do it here in the second set.
Anthony Hernandez on the serve. Hanselman to Hunt. Trying to set up Gallagher. And it's Gonzalez and Drager. Battle of the 19s there. And it's Lupik who ultimately kills it over, and he's been one of the stars tonight.
Yes, seems like every play almost we're saying great kill by Lupik. He has had an exceptional senior night.
I'll tell you what, he really has. Gallagher on the serve. And that time, Chom could not quite control the kill enough to get it over the net. It's 29 Hempfield. 5 points to win.
Great dig by Gallagher.
Oh, yeah. Lupik save. And that one was a net foul on J.P. McCaskey.
It's a great kill there by Chom, but I believe it was him. Just went a little too far with that one. Couldn't stop his momentum before he hit the net.
It's tough. You got to cut it close. Gonzalez hits it to Drager. Hunt gonna set up Lupik.
Another kill by Lupik.
I'll tell you what, man. If you had to give out an MVP award tonight, he may be the one. At least through nearly 2 sets of volleyball tonight. Gallagher.
What a great knuckleball serve there by Gallagher.
Yes.
Twisting to the left right before McCaskey could hit it.
And Hanselman. Lupik gets it over again. Nice setup by Colson Hunt, but it was Eldon Lupik who finished the job.
Lupik's gone back to that move several times tonight. Rather than really coming down on the ball, just lightly tapping it over the outstretched arms of McCaskey's blockers.
Drager on. And it looked like that one went off the arm of a J.P. McCaskey player as Lupik hit it over the net. It went out of bounds. And now the Hempfield Black Knights are 1 point away from taking a 2-0 lead in this match.
Let's see if Gallagher can finish this off here for Hempfield.
He's had a great run to this point. Gallagher will do just that as the dig attempt by number 19, Gabriel Gonzalez, fails. And the Black Knights win the second set 25-9, and they're now up 2-0 in the match against J.P. McCaskey. And obviously, Ben, you know at this point it comes down to J.P. McCaskey's got to be perfect, and they need a miracle which is something we've been saying a lot with this team. Will they be able to pull it off?
Yes, they really need to find a way to get back into this game. Throughout that second set, they just seem very flat. And as they switch sides here, JP McCaskey's coach has an opportunity to get his team fired up, get his team back into this game. Their playoff fate rests on whether or not he can inspire this team to victory here.
Well, Ben, as the great Al Michaels once said, I'll ask you this. Do you believe in miracles?
I do. As a matter of fact, I do. Whether or not we'll see one here tonight, it's a different story.
Well, we shall see. Hempfield is hoping we don't here on senior night as they try to improve to 11-1 and carry some momentum into the PIAA playoffs. And as we continue here, the coaches meeting up with the players. Any more observations after that second game you saw, Ben, that you might look upon and maybe teams can improve upon in this third game?
There's a couple things that really stood out to me. One of them was McCaskey's hitting. It seems as though as the set went on, as they kept getting down, their technique almost deteriorating, more clubbing the ball almost. A lot harder to control. It almost seems like they're trying to do a little too much here. For Hempfield, one of the things that really stuck out to me was the coach, decorated Coach Vogel, on the sidelines. Even though his team's up big, he's still barking directions. He's still trying to make this team closer to perfection.
I'll tell you what, that's what we've seen from all the good teams, all the great teams, and that's what's going to get you far come playoff season, and it's not too far away for Hempfield.
These Hempfield volleyball teams had a lot of success recently going deep into the state playoffs the past several years. It's thanks to excellent coaching by Coach Vogel.
So it's kind of almost a David versus Goliath type storyline here with Hempfield versus JP McCaskey. Goliath is going to need a miracle to prevail tonight over David, but hey, we've seen crazier things happen before.
I believe you got that backwards, Kasey. It'll be David needing the miracle tonight. The issue there is Goliath right now is up 2-0. David has no room for error.
Yep. Got my old fables mixed up. That's all right, though. All right, 23 seconds until this match begins. We will see how it all unfolds.
See as Hempfield can sweep McCaskey here 3-0.
You had to know that was Hempfield's goal coming in. We'll see.
So you see number 7, Anthony Hernandez, barking out encouragement to his team, trying to will his team back into this game.
All right, here we go. De La Torre on the serve, hits the Chom. And hit over. That was Hershey.
Bit of misdirection there by McCaskey. Everybody on Hempfield thought that serve was going to Chom. He instead served it all the way across the court over Chom, and it worked. That's a point for McCaskey.
I believe that's the first lead that McCaskey's had all night.
I believe it is. And we are tied once again.
They give it right back. A little too much on that one by, I believe that was
Hernandez. His struggles serving tonight continue.
And Crabtree, the first server for Hempfield, and that one goes into the net. Something we've seen a lot from McCaskey tonight, but that time it comes back to bite Hempfield.
We talk a lot about how McCaskey needs to get back into this game here. What we haven't talked about is Hempfield staying in this game. It's easy to get complacent after you win a second set big. You're up 2-0. It's hard to stay dialed in.
Yeah. And that time the kill attempt by Lupic went a little too far out of bounds.
Just angled it a little too hard there to get away from the block of McCaskey.
Served by Chom. Dug off the ground by Ian Crabtree, and Ben Crabtree hits it back over, but again out of bounds. And all of a sudden here, who would have thought McCaskey off to an early lead here?
This is what McCaskey needs to do here. They have a chance now. They need to keep building on this momentum. They can't have self-inflicted mistakes here to let Hempfield back into this game.
Keep applying the pressure. Gallagher served that, or killed that one out of bounds. And it's a 5-1 game.
Hempfield just can't quite find their rhythm so far. McCaskey's got to capitalize, got to keep building this lead.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a funk right now, but a good dig by Ian Crabtree. And this time, finally, the kill is inbounds, just barely. Eldon Lupic was the one on it.
Once again, it's Eldon Lupic going back to the senior there to try to get Hempfield back on track.
And it is senior night after all, and he's had a great senior night. Gallagher Hernandez, and Cham hit it, but when he killed it, went a little too far.
Once again, that Hempfield strategy, keeping Cham at the back, gets such a tough angle to kill there.
Yeah, it is.
And it's really been working for them so far.
It's 26 feet 26 in Gallagher and Cham, and that one goes out of bounds on the serve. So it will go back to JP McCaskey.
You could almost see the gears spinning in Cham's head there, going up to hit it, realizing there was a little too much on it, and letting it go out of bounds, get the serve back in their court.
Smart move. Hershey on that serve. Lupic with the kill attempt. Cham tried to field it, but that wound up not working. And the Knights have closed the deficit to 2.
Lupic's been spectacular tonight. Let's see on this serve, can he get Hempfield back in the lead?
Lupic to Hernandez. Ceballos. And back to Cham. On to De La Torre. Cham can't dig it.
Great kill there by De La Torre.
Yes. Oh yeah, De La Torre.
Yes. They keep going after Cham. He's such a tall, lanky body. It's very difficult for him to get underneath those hard kills coming right at his knees.
Yeah. And you talked about it, Ben, with him being lined up in the back. That has created some struggles for JP McCaskey, and now here they are with just a 1-point lead. On De La Torre, not the most orthodox of kills, but he's able to get that one over the net, and all of a sudden, looky, it's a tie ball game.
De La Torre almost pulling a page out of Lupic's book there. Instead of getting over top of that ball, hitting it down into the ground, just popping it up just out of reach of McCaskey's block.
Speaking of Lupic, it was Lupic on the serve. Now it's Hun, and De La Torre is able to kill it once more, and the Knights have their first lead of the set.
Yes, nothing fancy about that one from De La Torre. Just a big guy getting over top of the ball, hitting it hard. There's nothing McCaskey can do about that one.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do about just brute strength and the speed of the ball coming off the hand.
Tipped at the net by Hunt.
Yeah. That one goes skyward. And Cham is able to get it over.
Again from the back, though. Couldn't quite get as much speed on it.
Saving it. De La Torre back to Hernandez. Hernandez is going to have to finish it. Crabtree. And that one was hit by, I believe, Hernandez on the way out.
That was Hernandez there.
Yeah.
Tried to
Nice
dig
hit.
it. It went straight up into the wrestling mat. Great effort by Hernandez to keep playing it from there. But once it hits that wrestling mat, it is dead. It is out of bounds.
Yep. And a great job by Ben Crabtree on that hit over. That one goes into the net. The attempt by Rodriguez Bermudez was unsuccessful.
Lupic once again on fire here. Earlier tonight he was on fire on the kills, now on fire on the serves. Let's see how long he can keep this going. That is an ace for Lupic.
All right. Hey, I can do it all, Eldon Lupic says.
We were saying Hempfield needs to get back focused into this game. I think being down 5-1 early on really woke them up. They've been a different animal since then.
They have.
As I say it, Lupic, just a little too much on that serve.
Oh, it's like classic announcer jinx. But still a 3-point advantage for the Hempfield Black Knights. The dig attempt, oh my goodness, Gallagher saving that one, and now the dig attempt, it went off of Cham into Ceballos, and it couldn't be saved by Anthony Hernandez.
It's Colson Hunt now back to serve. He has had a lot of success back serving the ball for Hempfield today.
Yes, he has. I was going to say, don't jinx him, then. De La Torre with a nice little soft kill over the net. Didn't take much there.
Sometimes you got to hit it hard. Sometimes you just got to finesse it, get it in the right spot, and good things will happen. De La Torre has shown today he can do both.
Yes. Hunt. Hershey, Hernandez. De La Torre. And it was saved by Ceballos.
Excellent dig there by McCaskey.
And that one winds up going to Hempfield, as I believe it was the kill by, was it Hunt or was it Crabtree?
That was Ben Crabtree on the kill there.
Yes. You got both the Crabtrees out there right now, Ian Crabtree and Ben Crabtree, number 8 and number 16, respectively. It's Ben on that kill.
See, Hunt has had a lot of success today serving to the middle back. Just really getting it into their body. There's not much you can do with that. As I say it, once again,
as you say it, man.
I need to stop talking when Hempfield's serving as Hunt drills it straight into the net. It will be McCaskey's serve once more.
It was going to be tight. It could have bounced over, but couldn't quite get the angle on it.
Just subbing in for Hempfield, John Vogel. First time we've seen him today.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can make an impact.
Traeger, Hunt, De La Torre finishes.
Just raw power there from De La Torre.
I'll tell you what.
And you saw there, like JP McCaskey, there was a slight gap in between the hands of their blockers. De La Torre, just such a cerebral warrior out there, able to find that gap, hit it in there. There's nothing you can do if you're McCaskey.
I think what we've seen tonight is the seniors really showing out here on senior night.
Yes.
Vogel, his first serve of the night, and it's going to pay off as Rodriguez Bermudez couldn't handle it. And it's 15-8 Hempfield, and John Vogel, in his first appearance of the night, now has 1 point serving. And that one goes into the net.
Yeah, looks like it was your turn to jinx him that time,
I'll
Kasey.
tell you. He coming off the bench, had a good start, but couldn't quite finish it off.
Gallagher just came back in there for Lorelli. Let's see if he can do anything defensively. A real defensive specialist here for Hempfield.
And I believe there was a back line violation on JP McCaskey, or I believe that's what it was. And now they're getting some substitutions in here.
Yes, Lorelli came out, got to sit for one play, and he's right back in along with Eldon Lupic.
All right. So we come to the maybe end of this one, but now De La Torre has had such a successful night killing the ball, but on that serve, it goes straight into the net.
A rare mistake from De La Torre tonight. He has been excellent thus far.
Hernandez on the serve. And how about that kill by Ben Crabtree? Putting the power on it, the spin, and giving Hempfield its 17th point of the set.
So now, as we've said earlier, Hempfield just so very good at placing the ball exactly where it needs to go. Crabtree, they're finding the exact right spot to put that ball where McCaskey couldn't send it back.
Run over to Lupic, and that one went off the body of both Hershey and Sham. And it's another point for Hempfield, and now Ben Crabtree back to serve again.
Another point for Hempfield, another excellent set by Colson Hunt there. He has really been setting up his big senior hitters for success tonight.
He definitely has. That one by Ben Crabtree went just a little bit too far, so JP McCaskey gets the serve back.
Out comes Lorelli, in comes Adam Gallagher once again.
All right. Seniors trying to show out here. Hunt sets up Lupic.
Once again, Lupic.
I tell you, we hadn't seen Lupic up front a lot in a while, but he pulls one out there for the kill.
Looks like Ian Crabtree subbing in now for John Vogel. Vogel made an impact while he was out there in a short time. That's what you look for in a guy coming off the bench.
Yeah, he did. And the guys that are going to replace these seniors next year, that's something you look at. That guys like Vogel who will become seniors next season. And number 4, Kenny Jacinor.
Yes. Saw their great job by Hempfield's block. They're getting their arms up enough. McCaskey had to put that ball over. Couldn't quite get the angle he wanted on it, and it ends up going a little too far out of bounds.
Adam Gallagher's serve now. And the dig attempt, that was I think that was Lupic. Was that Lupic?
That was
Crabtree.
Ben
That was
Crabtree,
Crabtree, yeah. Number 16 on the dig attempt that was unsuccessful. It's an 8-point game. Knights need 5 to win the match. And it looks like they're gonna take Ben Crabtree off for now. Into the game will come Hudson Smiley.
Crabtree getting a standing ovation here on senior night. He is a senior. He has been with this program for such a long time. He's meant so much to this team.
I'll tell you what, he really has. And
you can tell he's earned the respect of his teammates.
yes, he has. No doubt about it. Oh, that take by Gallagher. Jacinor. And it is finished off by Gallagher. 21-12.
Once again, Hempfield going back to those finesse moves that have worked so well for them tonight. It's not always just about brute power. A lot of times it's just where you place the ball and when you decide to put it there.
Eldon Lupick, who's had a big senior night, on the serve. Hunt trying to set up De La Torre. That's a combo we've seen a couple times tonight, or more than a couple.
Excellent job there by
once more. And now it's Elliot De La Torre's turn to come off, and he will get a standing ovation from the crowd.
He's had an excellent senior night, an excellent season, an excellent career here for Hempfield Volleyball.
Really has.
Earned the respect of everybody in this program. It will be sophomore Ryan Gibbons coming on to the court for one of the many people with the tall task of replacing this excellent group of hitters.
I'll tell you what. 2 points away from winning the match. Eldon Lupick on the serve. Hernandez. Hunt. Gallagher for the kill, and it pays off, and the Knights are 1 point away.
Excellent drop on that ball by Gallagher. Really getting almost underneath it, then over the top, getting the front spin on that ball, making it just drop. Once again, senior coming off the court to a standing ovation. This time it's Adam Gallagher.
And as deserved.
Eldon Lupick getting that treatment as well.
What a night Lupick had on senior night. Responsible for a lot of the points in this game.
It will be Andrew Lewis now looking to finish this game off for Hempfield.
Here we go.
And this
there you
game
go.
is
It's over. As O.J. Chom hit it into the net. And it's game, set, and match as Hempfield sweeps J.P. McCaskey 3-0 in the match.
Hempfield improving to 11-1 on the season. J.P. McCaskey falling to 4-8, falling out of the playoffs. Their slim chances are now dashed.
Yes. And what a beautiful night it is on senior night, and it goes exactly as it should. A perfect win for Hempfield. You know, there were times during this third set that it looks like maybe they'd lost their mojo a little bit. So they got it back quickly, and they pull out the victory tonight at the Buchanan Gym.
As you said, McCaskey really showing great fight, especially the start of this match, coming out firing. The start of the third set really coming out playing with emotion. But in the end, Hempfield just too deep, too talented. They just wore down J.P. McCaskey, and Hempfield comes away with a 3-0 victory.
Yep. Can't do it much better than that. Well, from everyone here at the HSD TV7 studios, our director Frank Russo, my colleague Ben Marinas, I'm Kasey Kreider saying so long from the Buchanan Gym at the Hempfield High School. The Hempfield Boys Volleyball team improves to 11-1 with a victory on senior night.